and final speaker to talk about the Orisha Pantheon.
Good pronunciation.
Did I miss it?
You did good. You did good.
Ancient gods in a modern world. Give it a round for Danielle McKinley.
Mic check. Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm really excited and I'm really nervous, but I'm more excited than nervous. My name is Danielle, but I like to go by Amma. Everybody say hi, Amma. Hi, Amma. It also rhymes with yo mama, and my mama is here. Say hi, Mama. I love her. Birth. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to talk to you about the Orisha Pantheon, which is something that's near and dear to my heart. It's actually kind of the faith that I practice. Not kind of, it is. And it's a lot of information. I kind of tried to press like a few thousand years of history down into about 15 minutes. So if you will just bear with me, I'm going to try to speed through it and speak clearly and try to tell you a little bit about my world and some badass gods and goddesses who still live today. Let's go for it. Oh, wait. I like to tweet. Anybody on Twitter? Yeah. Please tweet me at Amma McKinley. If you got questions, factoids, whatever, tweet it out. I'll respond, follow back, etc., etc. I'm also on Instagram. Okay, so I am an Ifa practitioner. Ifa is the name of the faith that derives out of West Africa, in which the Ifa Pantheon is housed. I converted to this faith in 2010, and I was initiated as a priest in 2012. So yes, I am a priestess. Yes, I am proud of it. I am also an avid blogger at youarethetruth.com, and I am a nerd. Oh my God, I just want to learn stuff. So what is Ifa? Ifa can be described as a religion. Yes, it includes spiritual development for that person's elevation, etc., etc. It's also described as a science because in Ifa, the followers of Ifa really attribute to specific rituals that have been followed and handed down for generations and generations. And it's also a lifestyle. So there's not just, say one day of worship, but really following the Orisha and being a part of the Ifa corpus is really something that incorporates or becomes a part of that person's everyday life, to be able to see the divine in everything that's around them and everything that they do. This woman here is my godmother. She's 83 years old, and her name is Ianifa Oshun Monife Balewa. She is actually a high priestess within the faith, and she has been a priestess for over 36 years. I said, Ia, can you define Ifa? And she said that Ifa is the foundation of many African-based religions, focused towards those who are seeking knowledge, wisdom, and truth on their path to their own personal elevation and spiritual enlightenment. She's a nerd too. So basically, what I really found significant about her definition is personal elevation. Within Ifa, it's not one set of rules and requirements that match for Ishan that also have to go to me, but whatever that person's individual path may be in life that leads to their personal elevation, then that is what Ifa really tries to strive for. Ifa, if you loosely translate it, it can really mean fate. So this is just a spread of some of the Orisha. This picture is actually used with permission of the artist James C. Lewis. He's a photographer out of Atlanta. And what he created are these modern depictions of the Orisha. And I love his artistry and how he depicted who they are and what they represent. BuzzFeed actually ran this picture and was like, "There's some badass gods and goddesses." Like, that's a good name. So thanks, BuzzFeed. But anywho, so there's a few of them here. It says that there's 501 Orisha, there's 1,001 Orisha. But I think what's most important of the number, more so than the number itself, is that ancient people were able to look at human character and look at the world around them and see all of it was divine. And so they attributed names, they attributed identities, they attributed stories, and they attributed rituals to all of these things within nature and within the world that were divine. And so I want to talk about 7 of the primary Orisha and synchronize them so you can get a better understanding about who they are and what they stand for. So, Obatala. So I am a priestess of Obatala. Whoop, whoop, home team. Obatala is seen as the father of the Orisha. Actually, just as a little tidbit, Obatala can be androgynous. He can be a man or a woman. He represents wisdom and high morality and patience and wisdom and peace and eldership. That's not really something that's denoted by male or female. And just light, just pure light altogether. And so he's also seen in nature by the mountain. He is synchronized in Catholicism with Our Lady of Mercy, sometimes Jesus the Christ, Zeus, Jupiter, or in Hinduism, Brahma. Next we have Yemunja. Yemunja is the mother of all the Orishas. She's seen in nature as the ocean. As we know, as nerds, all life on Earth came and originated out of the ocean. And so Yemunja represents that. And she is the patron of the family, of maternity, of motherhood. It's also said that the ocean is representative of the amniotic fluid of women when they give birth. It's the same as her waters. She is synchronized by Our Lady of Regla, Hera, Poseidon in the masculine aspect, which is the Orisha Olokun, and in Hinduism with Parvati. Alegba is the Orisha of chance, decisions. He is seen as the divine trickster, and also he's the giver of fate. So that which we sow in life, he helps us to reap. He is seen in nature at the crossroads. So anytime you come to like a four-way or three-way stop, that is representative of Alegba in the choices that we have to make in life. You might go left, you might go right, you might sit there, you might go straight. I don't even know. That represents Alegba. He is synchronized with the Holy Infant of Atocha, Saint Anthony, Hermes, who is the divine messenger. Alegba's the divine messenger. With, where's my notes? Yes, Krishna in Hinduism. Oshun, this is my mother Orisha. So each priest will have a masculine and feminine aspect as far as their priesthood. Oshun is my mama. Woo, mama. Mama. Okay, so Oshun is the goddess of beauty, love, sexuality, femininity. She is also represented in nature by the river. She is represented in Catholicism with Our Lady of Charity of Cobre. And then it's Lady Gaga, so happily depicts Venus, Aphrodite lady. Nobody, is it like a Lady Gaga fan? Are you serious? I went to the concert. Oh my God, nerds, oh my God. Also with Lakshmi. Okay, I love Lady Gaga. I went to the concert. I was turned up. Okay, so then we have Shango. Shango is representative of strategy, masculine virility, regality, and justice. In nature, he's seen in fire, in lightning. He's also the owner of the drums and owner of the dance. Basically, you want to have a party, Shango, and that's how to rock the party. He is synchronized with Saint Barbara or with Mars or Aries. We have Oya, who is the goddess of death, especially death in that sometimes things have to die for others to be reborn. She's the goddess of change. She is seen in nature in the wind or the tornado. She is synchronized with the Virgin of Candelaria, Athena, Minerva, or Hades, especially since he's the guardian of death. And Hinduism with Kali, because Oya is also a very fierce warrior. The last Orisha I will introduce to you this evening is Ogun. He is the divine metal worker. Iron belongs to him. He's also the keeper of warfare, and Mashet is representative with clearing life's obstacles. He lives in the woods, according to Orisha folklore, and he is synchronized with Saint Peter or with Hephaestus. Oh, that was a mouthful. Okay, so. Again, with Ifa mixing in the West and turning into this cultural religious gumbo, it has really survived. And so in South America, the divisions of Ifa that are alive today are called Umbanda or Candomblé, and you will see those in Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, Venezuela, and Ecuador. And so actually every year on February 2nd, there's this large Yemunja festival in Brazil where millions and millions of people take offerings and gifts to the Lady of the Ocean. They sing and they dance and they have a great time. And of course, in the Caribbean as well, you will find occurrences of the Orisha in Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Virgin Islands. Just a quick word on Haitian Vodun. Anybody heard of voodoo? Anybody ever been to New Orleans? And like you got, crossbones and, sticking pins in dolls and da-da-da-da. Well, Vodun is another African traditional religion that came out of West Africa and mixed and was formed in the West. And so what happened is Vodun is credited as being the spark of the Haitian Revolution in which the slaves overthrew and cast out the French from the island. Well, anything that is a spark to you losing now gets to be the bad guy. So Vodun really was subject to a lot of negative propaganda and bad PR because other slave owners did not want their slaves to get wind of anything that will make them feel like they're the ish, like, oh snap, we can do this. And so bad propaganda. And so also now in media depictions and in Hollywood, you'll see, you know, it's voodoo, it's blood and possessions and eyes rolling in the back of the head and stick pins and bad PR. It's another African traditional religion that is based in the culture and the nature of the people. Simple as that. All right, Orisha arrives in USA. So as a result of the Cuban Revolution, this is really what brought the Orisha to the USA. Around in the 1950s, so largely a lot of Cubans started to go to South Florida, Miami, hi Aaliyah, what's up? And then to the New York, New Jersey area. So you see a lot of occurrences and rebirth of the Orisha in those areas. So this gentleman on the right, in his fly gear, his name is Adifumi I. He was the first African American to initiate into the Orisha Vodun priesthood. He actually went to Cuba in 1959, where of course the rights of West Africa and of the Yoruba people had been preserved. So that wasn't enough. In 1970, he actually bought a patch of land in a little bitty hit town called Sheldon, South Carolina, woods and muds and trees oh my. And he cleared it out and he built an African village that thrives today. And so the man on the left is actually one of his sons, and this is the current Oba or king of Oyatunji village. You can go there today, you can live there. They have shrines set up to each Orisha, they have Orisha festivals. It is a grand old time being in Oyatunji village. It does make you feel like you're having a blast to the past. So, the Orisha in pop culture, I love this part because usually in the circles that I travel in, I am the only representation of my faith whatsoever, and people are like, well, I've never heard of it, so to some people that makes it irrelevant, but it doesn't matter. And so, I just wanted to show some occurrences of where the Orisha have been in pop culture because you may have seen them and just not noticed altogether. I do sling my rap, I know I'm fabulous. Okay, so, who binge watched the second season of Orange is the New Black? Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, so Gloria is our, like, you know, she took over Red in the kitchen, right? And so V, all kind of spoilers, I'm sorry, all kind of spoilers. It's been like 12 months and I got a presentation and to get it together. So, V, you better get your friends Netflix and get it together. So, V was causing problems in the gym. I was like, oh, she got to go. And so, the woman that don't talk was, you know, she was grinding like the apple seeds and whatever. So Gloria was like, girl, I got something. And Gloria was like, honey, you Catholic? Yeah, I'm Catholic plus. And so, if you saw some of Gloria's backstory, she was talking about her godmother in the back of the bodega, and she's cleaning people off, and then her boyfriend, all of that was Santeria, which is one of the divisions out of Cuba. She was talking about her aunt as a Santera. And so basically that's showing the Orisha, it's showing the faith, it's showing how they clean, it's showing kind of the nature-based religion and faith of the people, right there in Orange is the New Black. Anybody Drake fan? Yeah. Drake fan? Okay, there's this song Pound Cake. When you get it outside, nope, that's okay, because I love Drake and that's my man. When you get outside and you check out, you can get on Spotify, there's this song called Pound Cake, and Jay-Z has a verse, and he says, Mashin Shango, light a candle, El Gran Santo on the mandel. So anyways, basically he's talking about the Orisha. I noticed it as an Orisha worship. I was like, oh snap, that's my ish right there. Him and Beyonce went to Cuba a couple of years ago, and people were really in an uproar, like how they get to just botch the system. Anyways, they're probably doing some Orisha stuff, having a grand old time, Hussein and Shango. The Avengers. Okay, so so I love to study religions and I love gods and goddesses because I just love synchronicity and like there's these divine things all around us. So when I saw the Avengers, I was like, that's the Orisha. And so I'm just going to point I did, it's real. So I'm just going to point them out to you real quick. So Ogun. Ogun is this like goon who will tear stuff down, and he's big and he's green. That's Ogun. He's a goon and he's Ogun. Ochosi is another Orisha. He is actually the archer, and him and Ogun are homies. So Hawkeye is Ochosi. Then this man right here, Iron Man, he's a smooth talker, and he just kind of pieces everything together. Without him, it kind of just fell apart. Like he's the one like, you know, got low key. Anyways, that's a leg by. Now, I love that Nick Fury, like at the beginning of the movie when they got in the ship and when they went onto the clouds, and he's like telling the other Avengers what to do. That's So Batala, he just running the show. And then you've got Captain America, which is really, you know, people always revere him, and, you know, just old America military, and everyone, you know, very prideful about the old ways. In the Orisha or Ifa faith, that's called Egun or Egungun. It's just talking about your ancestors, ancestor reverence. Okay, so we got my homegirl back here, Miss Romanoff, aka Black Widow. She real sexy. It's an amalgam of both Oshun and Oya. And then last but not least, this sexy beast over to the right that wants a hug. He has a double-sworded, double-headed axe, and he is the owner of lightning, just like Shango, who owns a double-headed axe. Okay, so I gotta hurry up. Also, True Blood fans, remember Jesus and Lafayette? They're doing all kind of rich stuff. Music, Celia Cruz, Carlos Santana, both had albums and a lot of songs dedicated to the Orisha. Anybody ever heard the song by Ricky Ricardo? Babalu, Babalu Aye. Babalu Aye is an Orisha, synchronized with San Lazaro or Saint Lazarus, the Orisha of infirmity. So the entire song, he's talking about a ritual to Babalu Aye. And then we've got the king and originator of Afrobeat, Fela Kuti. They actually did a Broadway show named after him. A few years ago, it was the best show I ever saw, oh my God. He used to perform in Nigeria, and every night, strictly at 2 o'clock in the morning, he would stop and have like Orisha service within the concert and then get back and jam until like 6 o'clock in the morning. So the Orisha have been around for a while. If you don't know what to see, you don't know what you're looking at. Last but not least, I promise I'm almost done. Okay, the Yawo year in white. So Yawo is a Yoruba word that means bride. And so in order to become a priest in the West, one has to go through an entire year of this process of being a Yawo. What that means is, in part, that you're giving up a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of sacrifice in order to become a priest. And so I had to wear white for an entire year. So if you met me last year, you might have thought I was just, you know, trying to be so fresh and so clean. I was fly. But I was becoming a priest. And so I'll tell you some of the rules and taboos that are required to become a priest. So yes, you have to wear all white for 365 days, and you keep your head covered in white for 365 days. You, for the first 3 months, you cannot look into a mirror. You cannot touch anyone. You cannot be hugged. If I wanted to hand you my phone, I can't do it like this. I have to put it down and then you grab it, and then vice versa to go backwards. So even change at the store, because it's about transference of energy. What else? First 3 months, I ate all of my meals on my own personal mat, sitting on the floor like a baby. I had my own set of white plates and spoon, and not white spoon, but cup that no one else could touch. Because if they touched it, I had to get a new set. And someone used my white spoon on purpose. I was mad. What else? Oh yeah, no sex for the first 3 months. And hey, you know, life be hard. However, the personal challenges that I faced were because I had a professional job at the time. I had a corporate job. I was a corporate recruiter, and so I have to shake hands. But my religion does not come in the face of practicality. Like I can't, you know, stop doing what's necessary to eat because of my religion. And so I would have to shake hands and then just kind of clean myself off afterwards. Still no hugging. I had to travel to hotels, and so I would have to spiritually clean every hotel room that I traveled to, and travel with my mat, and travel with a traveling set of plates. And my coworkers are looking at me like crazy because, you know, I got on all white. This one lady wanted to shake my hands in my first 3 months before I decided I was going to shake hands, so I kind of just bowed at her like a samurai. Everybody, it was really awkward, but I did it. And I was like, I can't bow like a samurai every time. I wore all white all year, and so I got a lot of three-piece, you know, white suits. I was bad. Wasn't I clean and shine? I was funky fresh, right? You know, white shoes from Aldo, because I'm going to be fly. What else? Oh yeah, if I had to eat a business dinner, I wasn't going to sit on the floor with my CEO, so I sat at the table with everybody else, still ate on a spoon. So there were a number of allowances that had to be made, but I made the decision. That was my commitment to my faith and what I felt was right for my life. So anyways, development, it was awesome. I actually wrote a blog post about it called, they call me Olivia Pope, 8 Things I Learned During My Year in White. And so on my blog at youarethetruth.com, it is actually my most read post on my blog. I'm actually writing a book about it, and I have 230 something lessons that I learned during that year, no repeats. So if anyone knows a book agent, let me know. But anyways, all of that to say, you can check it out and some of the things that I learned. Again, youarethetruth.com. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. That's it.
Two questions.
Okay, I know I talk so much.
2 questions.
Okay, who got questions? Oh, I pick people?
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? I've never done this before. Hey, girl, hey.
So what is a typical prayer or celebration in your faith like? Like what do you have? Do you light candles? Do you like what you do?
Oh, snap. It depends on what the occasion required. So again, I am a young priest, so I am still learning, but I've got God brothers and sisters that will haul off for 15 minutes in Yoruba. But sometimes it is just lighting candles, or sometimes I just put my head down and speak to my highest self. It's just whatever you feel is necessary for the moment in respect to whatever that energy may be. Who else had a question? Hey.
I really appreciate, now I understand this, I knew nothing about, and I have a really good understanding of what a lot of the beliefs are. I want to understand what reasoning leads you to accept these beliefs as opposed to all the other religions that we are.
There are so many religions, and so while I am a priest of this faith, I'm not closed to faith. I love the way that people choose to worship God or not within the world. Oh my God, it's the best thing. And so this just felt right for me. That's really all I can say. It was presented to me, and I started going to services and had a great time. It was as simple as that, and I've run with it. Is that it?
That's good.
Is that it? Okay, we're clapping. We're clapping. Okay.
So, I kind of want to... That was all, yeah. All right, so let's hear one more round of applause. Because I want to draw attention to this conversation we just had.
Why is he in this? I saw him outside.
So I really try to avoid any controversial topics, and I thought when we had the conversation, this would be a great objective discussion about something that I'm unfamiliar with, knowing very well that my first speaker is very He's a very active atheist, right? I mean, articulate, prominent. He went to a convention and spoke recently. So I don't want to make it. It's not intended at all to be awkward, but I want to point out that I think. Yeah, thank you. It is awesome because do you know how awesome that is?
Awesome!
That we can have an intellectual conversation that spans a spectrum without us even knowing what we're doing, and that we've learned a lot. This is fascinating to me. So I just want to say I appreciate that we all have these sort of perspectives, and we apply our unique intelligence towards them and our critical thinking. So